Alright, it's Chef Buck here, and today we're going to cook us up a little bit of Chinese eggplant. Why? Because it's purple. You know, how often you get a chance to eat a purple food? You know, so you got to jump all over that. We're going to heat up our olive oil on medium-high heat, and then we're going to throw a boatload of garlic in here, a super duper lot of garlic, a lot of ginger, and you can see I'm cutting up this ginger in some pretty nice sized pieces. You know, they're thin, but they're going to be good bites of ginger. Eggplant doesn't have a super duper overwhelming flavor, so this garlic and this ginger is really going to give it that flavor punch it needs. And I'm also going to put some seeds in here, and I'm using mustard seeds. I love mustard seeds with this dish, but I've also cooked it with cumin seeds sometimes, and I like that too. Throw some coriander powder in here, and then we're going to saute these ingredients up, you know, for a couple of minutes, you know, give them a chance to cook down a little bit. And then we're going to throw some green onion in here, just the bottom of the green onion. You know, I'm using a whole bunch, you know, 5 or 6 stalks, and I'm separating the bottoms from the top, and I'm going to reserve the tops for later. And right now I'm going to cut up an entire hot green chili pepper and throw in there, because I love the heat. You know, I want my lips to tingle when I'm eating this dish. If you don't like that much heat, cut back on it. If you like more than that, boom, go for it. You know, good for you. You know, I applaud you. One's usually plenty for me. Now with the eggplant, not going to fool around with it too much, just lop off the end, and then we're going to cut it in some disc shapes, you know, only about a quarter of an inch thick. You don't want them too thick, because we're not gonna cook this dish up for too long. So they need to be able to saute and cook through without being overcooked. So about a quarter of an inch is about as thick as you want to do it. Salt it up to taste, and then we're going to just push it around in this pan here. You know, reduce the heat if you need to. Throw you a little bit of water in there if you need to, but don't put a whole lot, because you know this eggplant, you know, some water is going to cook out of there, and you don't want this to get, you know, into a super duper soggy dish. You know, so just push it around, and then when it gets to the consistency you like, just make sure that it's done. And then that's it. You know, the skin is thin. We're going to be able to eat the skin. It's going to add a nice texture, and that's where all the nutrients are anyway, right, with the skin. So, you know, take advantage of the skin, and love the skin. That's all I can say. Last thing I'm going to do, throw my green onion on here, you know, the tops, almost like a garnish. You know, and then maybe a little bit of soy sauce. You know, I've been throwing some chili garlic sauce on here lately. And that's it. You know, I like the natural flavor of this dish, so I don't really overpower it with a lot of stuff. You know, and the great thing is the texture of this eggplant. You know, it satisfies your body, so it's a great meat substitute if you want to take a break, you know, from the meat and use this as your main entree. Or you can just use it as a side, you know, whatever trips your trigger. But the main thing to remember is that it's purple. It's one of the few purple foods you get to eat. That's the big selling point. It's like eating Barney, but it's a vegetable. So give it a try and let me know what you think. And bon appetit, man.